it kind of just, oh, there's a spider in here. There's a spider in here. Oh boy, please don't crawl back up. Oh, but I think I got him. Oh my God. Are you ever driving and a spider dangles down in front of your face? That just happened. Hello, hello. This will never get old, this button, this remote button to turn on recording. I know it's so simple, and you can see it. Technology, I love it. It's great. I can set you up, not have to push any buttons, just turn you on, set you up, and then go as I please, as long as I keep this pretty close. I don't have a hat. I don't have anything to clip this on, so I'm just holding it. It's fine. I'm on the highway in the right lane. I'm not going anywhere. Today's vlog. It's a quick little rant about the Mavic 4 Pro, the DJI Mavic 4 Pro. I love drones. I have a Mavic 3 Pro Cine. So when I decided to buy a drone, I knew that I needed to get to a level that I was happy with the drone, and I wouldn't immediately be like, whoops, I made the mistake. I got a cheaper drone because I wanted to save money. And now that I'm further into this industry and I understand and I'm educated, I understand where my drone lacks, and therefore I wish I didn't do that, and I had gotten this model instead. So I did the work early on and realized that the drone that I wanted was the Mavic 3. There's no question. The improvements, the features, the recording, the D-Log-M, the 3 cameras, the optical sensor at the time. I mean, other drones didn't really have it. The optical sensor, the avoidance, the longer battery life, and the creator combo, which came with 3 batteries. It came with a 100-watt charger, which was a lot back then. All of that made sense. Plus, you could upgrade to the RC Pro 2 remote, the black one with the bright nit screen. It was an investment for sure. It wasn't cheap, but I knew that it would hold me over, and I would be happy with it. I can go to sleep at night and go, I'm good, and not really worry about anything coming out. And I've been that way. I mean, the only upgrade to that is to go like Pro, to the Inspire 2, now the Inspire 3. I mean, you're talking $20,000 drones that are massive, that require their own cases and are, removable lenses. And you got to invest in the lens ecosystem. And then, like, where are you going where you need that? Unless you're actually getting paid by a client to take footage with that drone, where the drone quality matters that much, there's no justification for an Inspire 3 for a personal level. I mean, that's just a hilarious concept. Arguably, my drone is on the upper edge of that. Many people could say the same thing about the Mavic 3 Pro Cine, which is what I have. And I would say you're not wrong. It's on the upper end. But that's what I was thinking, in that I wanted to get what I knew I wouldn't regret or need to upgrade. And I can just leave it alone. It's there, set it and forget it, and move on and do other things. As well, I can learn the drone very well, learn how to use the drone very well, learn how to create the footage out of it that I want, and really get used to that ecosystem before needing to upgrade and then starting the whole process over again. So I'm very, very, very happy with my drone. I love the Mavic 3. I love it. And with all of these creator videos that have been coming out over the last 3 days, and there is a lot of them, and every creator is like, oh my God, this is a game changer. This is a must-have drone. These features are next level. Like, no drone compares to this. And I get it. They're getting paid. They are promoting it. They can't use their release video as the video where they compare the drone to a former version or former generation of that drone and justify not getting it. They can't do it. They wouldn't get paid. So I understand that, but we need to be aware of what they're doing, and then take what they say with a grain of salt and pull out of those videos the information and the specs that we need to then do our own research and make our own conclusion and decision on what that drone is in comparison to others. And after I did that, I realized the Mavic 3 Pro is almost just as good. It's, in my opinion, it's 95% of the Mavic 4 Pro. There are some improvements. Obviously, the omnidirectional head is great because you can now look up, whereas mine you couldn't, which is great if you're close to the ground and you want to get even just a slight upward pitch. So it gives you more creative angles. It can turn 400 degrees, So you can do that 360. Like I have that feature with my gimbal. I have that feature with the Osmo Pocket 3. I never use it. I mean, for what? I mean, cool. You get one shot where you're doing this as you're zooming, and that's it. You're never going to do it again. Putting it on a drone, I think it almost makes it worse. I mean, now you're making the world turn around versus like, maybe a hallway or something. You're never going to use it. It's a gimmick. But I get that you can turn that 400 degrees, fine. The portrait mode, so you can do vertical content. Yeah, it's great because it allows you an easier way to get it in a higher quality using more of the sensor. But in my drone, it's 4K, or it's 5K. So even if I crop into vertical, it's fine. It's great. I also don't know why you need to grab more sensor to get a higher quality vertical video if it's going onto a phone. It's not going to matter. The Mavic 4 is definitely better in low light. There's no question. That sensor is great. I can see what they're pulling from that versus what I can pull out of mine, and it's definitely an improvement. Great. Okay, one there. The quality of the two zoom cameras in both overall quality, recording ability, and low light also improved for sure. There's additional sensors for, obstacle avoidance. That's great. I've crashed mine twice, but that's my own fault. You can avoid crashing your drone if you're just responsible about how you use it, and I wasn't. I was in a short timeline, and I was trying to get a couple shots, and I was panning. I was basically doing 360 panning around a subject, and I crashed it twice. Once I hit a tree, and the other time I actually hit the ground because it was a sloped ground, and luckily it was snow covered. But I went right into earth. So like it was my own fault. I was 3 feet off the ground and panning. Like, what do you expect? I was trying to get that James Bay. What the fuck am I talking about? Improved battery life? No. I mean, what, 5 minutes? Getting 5 more minutes out of a battery, let's just say, they claim it's a little bit more, but let's just say it's 5 minutes per battery and improved flight time is not worth having to buy all new batteries. You can't use your old batteries. Those batteries are not cheap. I think they're $200 a piece. At least mine were. So if I'm getting 5 minutes more out of each battery and I have 3 batteries, that's 15 minutes. If I just buy another battery for my drone, that's an additional 40 minutes. So yeah, I get it. I have to bring the drone back and put it back up after changing the battery. But it still makes more sense. I'm getting 40 minutes out of it, and I'll have a 4th battery. Now I'm carrying 4 of those batteries around. I don't even want to do that. But I don't even know a time where I've ripped through 3 batteries and gone, damn, I wish I had a 4th. Like, what am I recording? Now, the difference is I have ripped through 2 batteries. I have started like a 3rd, or I've ripped through 2 batteries. The second one is so depleted that I take it out, put the 3rd battery in, and then move on. When I was in Iceland and I was traveling around, we would pull over and I would record. And there was a couple times I ripped through more than 1 battery. So now I have, a partial 2nd battery. So when I get back to the van, I would take out the 2nd battery, put in the full 3rd, and then charge the other 2. Now the other 2 will not be charged because we're going off the van's alternator, but they're charging. The point though is that I don't know if a 4th battery would have changed anything. If you run out, you run out. An additional 5 minutes of flight time in the Mavic 4 batteries, not worth it, in my opinion. It's a great feature, sure. Not something that is a decision maker. I think I just realized that I am very happy with my drone. Now, granted, I have the generation just before this, so it's obviously still fresh. It's still great quality. It's still up to date, still modern. And others probably don't. If others have drones, they might be like, the Air 2 or the one of the minis. And their reasoning is different and probably more justified. I can't speak on that, but I can understand that. I guess I'm just looking at the Mavic 4 Pro and hoping that for such a high quality drone, the incremental improvements over the prior model would have been more. And I think it's a bit of a letdown. And seeing how overhyped this new drone is by all of the ambassadors and creators, I don't know. It just puts a little frown on my face because it's just like, all right. I mean, we all know it isn't game changing, as they are all saying. If you're coming from like the Air 2 to and you're looking for a new Mavic, then yeah, it is game changing. But you need to compare the new model versus its predecessor, the one before it. And none of them are really doing that to the level that they should. And for good reason. They can't, because if they do, they're going to justify how not great of an improvement it is. I don't know. Little rant. I just came to a conclusion last night after doing my last little bit of research and realizing I love my drone. I don't need to get a new one. In fact, I want to almost double down on mine and just use it more and more and more. And I also came to the conclusion that we are at a point now, technologically speaking, and I guess parts speaking, that drone improvements and really technology improvements for hardware won't improve so much going forward, in my opinion, that each generation is justified to be upgraded. I think we're at the point now where you're looking at the improvement in AI and technology, not in the physical features of the drone. We are getting to a ceiling when it comes to drone capabilities or what's needed on a drone. So really what it kind of comes down to at this point is technology and processor speed. And I think the software upgrades, the added features on the Mavic 4 will at some point be available on the Mavic 3 for download. And I can't wait for that. That'll be fun. And I would love to try that out and maybe make some videos like this about it. But the added hardware features of the Mavic 4 versus the 3 are not there. I'm waiting for the Mavic 5, and we'll see what happens when the Mavic 5 comes out. You need to skip at least one generation of drone. That's it. I'm done. All right, guys. Bye.